Good morning, everybody. Wee Paddy from across the shuck, and back at you this morning. It's wee Paddy with a little sack, and I got tagged a couple of weeks ago by Geared Towards Gear. He's a newish channel around, not brand new, but he's newish around, and he'd asked me really politely, would I mind doing a review on my Swiss Army knives. And at the time, I had just got this one. This was the only one I had. Didn't have this one. And I said to him, look, I don't like turning down people when they ask me to do a review or do just a request to do a video. So I said to him, look, I'm sorry, I don't have enough time with this. I've only got that wee one on this, but you hadn't had any time with. And it wouldn't have been right to do a review on them. So a few weeks has passed. I have used this and I know a bit about it now. This is new to me, but I thought I was able to I haven't done a review on it yet even, but I can talk about it because it's different. It's different than your normal Swiss Army knife. And this wee one I've had for years. But recently I'm trying to get back in. Before I got this request for a video, I've been trying to get back into Swiss Army knives. I have a love-hate relationship with them, and I'm trying to turn it around, and it's sort of working so far. So let's just move the two big ones. This is the one, and I've had this for years. And it's just your little bog standard, I would consider nearly an EDC essential. Since I've picked it up, I used to use it, but since I've picked it up again, I don't know what I've done without it. It's got the toothpick and it's got the little pair of tweezers. Look, I'm constantly cutting myself or getting scalps, so they're handy for that. It's also got probably the best scissors on the market. Look, you can see how much I've been using. They're used all the time. They are great scissors. Great scissors. I know they're small, but they are great. But along with a little penknife, which I'll do this with all the knives. All the knives and these wee pen knives are the easiest knives to keep sharp. They just drop straight back. If you drop them after you use them, you've no problem. They're small little pen knives. Now, this is the one. It's a small flathead screwdriver, but it can sort of be used in a crosshead. It's got a little file on the back of it. I use this constantly for my nails, and that's what it's for. So that's a good thing. That's what it's for. But it's used for all sorts of other things, to poke things out. I just find this little thing amazing. I don't think I've ever used that in my teeth, but I have. It's nice to have it there if I did need to. But the minor faults, I just take them out and suck them. I've used it to poke all sorts of things from underneath, all sorts of things. I just think it's lovely. It is about 5.5 centimeters long, which is about 2.25 inches. But it's just the perfect little tool to carry about with you on your keychain. The scissors just make it. The small penknife, yes, it's fine. But the thing that I probably use the most is the nail cleaner and the little file. So be that as it may, it's there, and I just think it's an invaluable piece on your keychain because you always have a knife, you'll always have a pair of scissors. And let's be honest, a lot of times we're just clipping or just taking a wee tag off or something with a keychain knife. That to me is the perfect solution. I have used it constantly. Since I put it back, I used to have a wee knife, something similar to this on my keychain. I took it off and I put this back on, and to be honest with you, I'm using it much more than I ever done just the knife. So the next one I got was this. I used to have a Farmer, and it was a great knife, but to be honest with you, as much as I thought the saw was brilliant, I didn't really use it. So let's bring this in. This is the 93 millimeter, I'm sure. Yeah, it's about 93 millimeters, which is about just over 3.5 inches long. This is a more substantial carry tool. I put it in a wee pouch. I have it comes with the little lanyard hole here, or ring I should say, and I just put that on it to pull in and out of a pouch if I'm carrying it in my pocket. Now, it comes with a really substantial blade and a nice shaped spear blade. The blade cutting length is about 2.5 inches, and it's still under 3 inches, 2 and 3/4 inches. So it's UK legal for me, which is brilliant. It's a slip joint, which is brilliant. It is a very sharp little blade. Again, you just strop it. They're just super easy to keep and maintain. Doesn't have a half stop. Watch your fingers. Make sure your fingers to the side. That's how I done this one. This one has an awl. Now, if you've never had an awl or awl, whichever way you want to do it, this one is sharpened. It's like a razor blade here. Well, not a razor blade, that's an exaggeration. But this is an amazing kit for going through wood or leather, or want to put a pole in your buckle, which is why I went for this one. This is the Pioneer. It has the awl, the big knife. Really, really useful. This as a pokey, jabby. Look, that's what I tend to do an awful lot when I'm, in real life. And that awl is amazing. So you got the awl, the big knife, and then you have my two camping buddies, as I call them. Or if you're out with grandkids, you have the can opener and the star head opener. As such, it's a compromise, but hey, you've got the flat head and the bottle opener. Did I say can opener? Yeah, it's a can opener and that's a bottle opener. It's all right as a bottle opener, and that's all right as it's a good can opener. Actually, it's a really good can opener. I don't know why I'm saying it. That's supposed to be to strip wires. Never used it, never will. Not when I got a knife, I'll just strip the wire with that. So this is a substantial, really handy and a good tool. And paired with this can get you through most of a day's work. If that's all you want to take with you, you've got everything covered in them two things. So like a Sunday carry, that's a great Sunday carry. Along with this on your keychain, you're covered for everything you're going to need to do. Covered for everything you're going to need to do. So we'll set them to the side. And the third one I've got is this one. This is new to me. I've just started to use it this last couple of days. Only got it a couple of days. So this is the Felco brand. It's a Swiss Army knife, but this is a florist type knife. But it's used more for planting into the way they plant trees into the bark of another tree, the way they put attachments to trees. I'm not even sure what it's called, but I got it because I love that clip point blade. Isn't that just beautiful? What a lovely clip point is on the end of that. I just thought that was really unusual. I've never seen a Swiss Army with a clip point, but that they have done extremely well. It's a chisel grind, which absolutely fine. Again, there's no problem. It's as sharp as you like. In fact, that's probably the sharpest one out of the box of all three there that I showed you. Really lovely, and a long handle. I mean, this handle is 10 centimeters. So that's the biggest. It's even big, obviously that's 93. So 10 centimeters, that is the longest one. But the blade on it is just over 2 inches cutting edge, and say 2.5 inches, because it has quite a large choil here, which is great if you want a wee bit of security that it's not going to close on you. Not that I don't worry about that, to be honest with you. I'm used to pen knives. Again, when you pen knives, take your fingers out of the road, hold below, and that snap, because if you get caught with that, it's lovely, and they fit beautifully inside. And I'm saying they because there's another blade of a sort. I had never seen this before, and this is what they use for opening up the bark at the side. Look, it's down there. I have actually sharpened it a little bit and got it a little bit more narrow at the end. It's brass. And you can use it for letter opening if you want. You could use it for open boxes. Say, I've sharpened it a little bit. It's not like a knife, but just to get it more pronounced. What I do, I have an awful lot of cheap watches. And me and my wife have quite a few cheap watches that the batteries run down on quite quick, and we just use the really bog standard cheap batteries. So I'm constantly getting into cases and changing batteries. And I thought, what a handy tool that is for. It's such an easy tool to get in the back of your watches and to take the backs of the watches off. It's so handy. But it's just a wee pokey tool. And again, I'm using them words, wee pokey tool, but that's the sort of things I tend to do with little pocket knives is, I want to get in and poke something, get it out from the side, split something down. That is perfect. So I thought that was unusual and I'll order it, and I've already been using it. In fact, let me just show you. This is only a couple of days old, and let me show you the end of this. Oh, let me see. I have already started to wear the end, got scuffs and everything on it because I've used it for so many applications. Now, probably because it's a new knife and I've taken it out at every opportunity to use it, and that's what we do when we get a new knife. But it just shows you that there is opportunities to use it. So I now have 3 Swiss Army knives. And I'm happy to say that my relationship is starting to build back up again with the Swiss Army knife. I've always known they're useful, but you see, until you have stuff, it's like any knife that you buy, until you have it in your pocket, you never know how often you need a knife. A Swiss Army knife is something very similar to that. I have to give it a bit of a chance because, to be honest with you, them 2 things alone, as I say, for a Sunday carry, or if you're going to a wedding or whatever, I can carry them completely legal here with no fear. A great addition to your everyday carry, especially in a country like this. But carrying this with my hinderer even, I am covered for so many different things. Now, that's my Swiss Army knife collection as it is of now. It'll be interesting to see if it grows anymore. I've no intention of it growing at the minute, but I'm never going to say never again because I've enjoyed playing about with these and having them here. I am now going to be putting this one on my desk at the top here. As you all know, I have the wee... So it's now going to sit there so that I use it more, and the more I use it, the more I want to lift it and take it with me. So that's my philosophy on knives. You just have to use them. So there we go. That's where it's going to sit. That's where you'll see it for a while to get me to use it more. I tend to put things here if I'm going to use them. Take care, everybody. Nice video. Thank you very much at Geared Towards Gear for giving me this challenge. I've enjoyed it, and it's starting me off on another little run on different knives that I haven't used for a while. So I'll put the link to his channel down below in the description. Just give me a couple of minutes because I don't get it done until afterwards because I don't know how to do that. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Cup of tea time. Bye-bye.